Do you find it hard timing in Maya? Is it a bit of a pain when you're scrolling through just trying to figure out exactly how far you want it? You know in your head just how far you want it, but you can't really get it in the timeline. The script is for you. So what I've got here is just some weird shapes, just because I can. And they're all keyed and stepped, just so you can see the change, but it could be in any tangent. And imagine these, I suppose I probably should have just used a character, but imagine these are the poses in a pose-to-pose format of your animation. You've gone through, you've looked at your reference, you've posed out key poses, maybe some breakdowns too, and you've got all these poses. And now you want to time them out. So you'd run the script, which would bring up this little box, and it'll say you need to load in some poses. So what you do from here is select all your poses, click load, and it'll tell me there's 3 poses loaded in, which are of course these 3. And quite honestly, that's mostly what you have to do. Then you click on this button, and the speed at which you click it in, you can see it's retimed out just now to the speed of me clicking. If I click really fast, I'll load them again. Let's time them really quickly in here. Let's extend this time out. If I load them again, if I go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, roughly time them to 1 second each. So you get the idea. The speed that you click the button, it's just like a stopwatch. Except it automatically timed it out for you without having to wait. So this is just of it. What is it? The important things to note are, what does it need in order to find a pose? It needs a key on every frame, on every object that you have selected. So for instance, if I were to delete one key out of this, and now select all of them again, it'll only load 2 poses. It doesn't recognize this as a pose anymore because it's missing a key, which is actually a good thing. If you do find that you are missing a key and you can't figure out which one it is, what you can do is just click key pose, and it will automatically put a key on every frame for you. Same thing, it could be useful just for regular keying when you want to initially set up your poses to begin with. If you want to work on certain poses and not others, say you've got breakdowns and you don't want it, but they're all keyed on every frame and you don't want it to pick up breakdowns as well, what you can do is also just select certain keys, and now it only loads 2 poses because it's only going to use this one and this one. It's going to ignore the ones that I have not selected. You can also do this with just selecting certain attributes. If you only want these attributes to be used, it'll only run on these ones and it'll totally ignore these other ones. If you're doing a layered approach for animation, this can be useful. I should say 3 poses. One useful application for this, aside from just getting it out of your head, also is playing your reference video side by side. And once you've got the poses in there, just watching the reference video and clicking as you go along to make sure you match up the poses. This is going crazy because I didn't do the Z channel. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Easy way to time, and sort of an organic way to time. And you can also use this with animation in between your poses too, and it'll retime everything to match your new time for the poses. So yeah, there you go.